Nah.
No.
Rewind, innit?
No, now we're going now. So we're back again. Week off again because we had technical issues.
What's happening, guys? Sorry for the technical issue. Can't even speak.
The camera seem higher than usual. Am I just tripping?
I'm tripping again. Is this Estrella?
Actually.
Estrella Dam.
No, it's alright. It looks good. It
Sweet.
looks good.
Is that alright, yeah?
No, it is.
Was my shot not right?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Is it on you?
It was just, literally, your head was at the top of the screen.
See what I mean? And it was like, so it's good for you, mate. I didn't check as well because I thought.
No, your angle's usually sweet. It's usually mine that's like it's a bit more inconsistent, but that's just due to the fact that I sit in a different spot every week.
It's not the camera,
But
that, mate.
We're all human though, innit? You know what I mean?
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, no, it's all good. How are you, bro?
Yeah, I'm alright actually. Not too bad. Had a nice week off from doing our shit, but not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah, we're back now on the consistency. Now everything's back in working order again.
Yeah, we're back on the grind fully now.
And the good news is we'll be on Spotify soon once new things arrive and turn up. So that can be the next stage of our empire.
Everyone's well excited for that.
I mean, yeah, I've actually, you know what, I've genuinely last few days, well, last couple of weeks actually, I've not every single day, but I've been getting into the routine of actually when I'm driving to work, actually been putting a pod on Spotify.
Oh, okay.
Listening to a pod on the way in.
Oh, nice.
Listened to a recent pod this morning.
Who was it?
So, just the standard Chucky online, the GOAT. He was on a documentary last night. Don't know if you watched it. You see the year Britain stopped on Channel 4 last night.
No.
It was just about COVID and that, but it was actually really interesting. But yeah, I only watched it because he was on it because I really like him. But,
Alright, no, I didn't watch that.
yeah,
Is it worth a watch?
I'd say so. Yeah, some iPlayer in it.
I'll try and make some time for it, innit? Got a busy schedule.
Yeah. So you said you was going to open the pod with something funny today.
Nah, I don't have to open it now.
Right, you said you was going to say something funny.
Nah, but I'll say it now anyway, but it was like an off-camera thing really, but... No, it's just last week, yeah. I ended up going to the pub, with production staff pub, and just got really drunk. And I don't know if anyone else has ever done this yet, and it's not even a thing that I do regularly, right? Because I never it's not like a normal thing, yeah. But I went to the pub and I was really drunk in it. I didn't have anything to eat, and I was just bladdered and was staying there for a few hours after work. And we were walking home, and production staff pub went the other way with one of my other mates, so I was walking this other way on my own. I was like, right, fine, so we said our goodbyes and that, and obviously I knew I was bladdered, innit? So I was walking home, and like, I just started walking for like 5 minutes, and I was like, fuck this, I just sprinted all the way home. I was sprinting all the way home, yeah, which is like a 10-minute sprint, like non-stop, yeah, and I got all the way to my street, like my drive, and I was like walking on the road like that, like trying to catch my breath. Got in, had a curry, fucking spewed up everywhere. Come on, bed. So yeah, fucking sick night, bro.
Yeah, heavy. It was a heavy weekend, to be fair.
Yeah, well,
That was
yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, it was. Do you know what was nice? I met some of the Boulder family.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they're going to be watching.
Yeah,
so
they definitely will be watching as well. We'll be buzzing that you mentioned that.
big up the Boulder gang.
You know where you are.
All very nice people. Had a great time
Yeah.
playing darts.
Playing darts, yeah.
Darts, yeah.
If you've never been to 2022s in Northern Quarter in Manchester, definitely go.
Darts and Pac-Man.
Oh yeah, NQ64. Yeah,
NQ64.
a few sick places in Northern Quarter that I've never been to before.
Some dance things, doing like a dance thing.
You know what's so funny, yeah, right? So you know them fucking. You know when we was playing on the dance machine, yeah. Obviously, everyone will know in it like the dance machine, like them ones where the screen's in front of you and then the arrows come up and you step on one or whatever and you stay in tune with the music or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember being pissed out of my head doing this, yeah. I was stood there, obviously Mia was next to me and was both playing against each other and I thought I was killing it. At the time, yeah, I thought I was absolutely killing this game. I thought I was sick. And I thought I came off it, yeah, like thinking, even though I got beat, I'm thinking, yeah, my fucking time in there was fucking A1, me just sick at it. Next day, yeah, she sent me a video, yeah, that Jenna took. She Snapchatted me the video, yeah, I watched it, I was thinking, oh my days, I was fucking shite.
Oh dude, no, you don't realise on it, especially when you're bladdered. You probably just think, you know, you're just killing it, aren't you? You probably think you're just doing something normal, like sprinting home.
Yeah,
probably just think you're normal, like, but really you don't know how much of a mong you look. But is what it is. All in good fun, innit, I guess. All in good fun.
No, definitely.
That's alright. So yeah, we both had good weeks, I guess.
No, we have. Yeah, to be fair, I was peppered over the weekend, but yeah, it's what it is. Bank holiday, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Right, it's bank holiday this week.
Oh, no, sorry, yeah, my bad. I have Fridays off these days.
That's coming up, bank holiday next. So this will be dropping on bank holiday weekend again, which is going to be a movie. I'm off Friday as well.
Yeah, me too. I've got a long break, but yeah, buzzing with that. But yeah, quite a lot of stuff happened like over the last couple of weeks or whatever. Did you watch the Brits?
No, I didn't watch the Brits.
See, I'm a fan of the Brits, yeah, and I always have been. I always try my best to watch it every year. It's one of them ones I always find out like the day or the day before or whatever. And I try and catch as much of it as possible or whatever. Obviously, last year's was sick. I think it was last year's because Dave won Album of the Year, didn't it? Or it might have been. Did it get cancelled last time because of COVID or something?
I don't even know.
I don't know, but when Dave, that was the last one that I watched all the way through because I knew Dave was up for that and he was going to win it. And obviously, Jay Huss was up for Album of the Year and this one didn't get it. I think Dua Lipa won it instead. But again, yeah, more and more you see more and more like. You know, black cultured artists doing their thing in there. Like Heady One did that sick show, and apparently like
AJ Tracy.
AJ Tracy was there. Young T and Bugsy were there. Like he did like some next level like this sick medley.
I seen that. Yeah, I seen that. To be fair, bro, I didn't know the Brits was on. I seen Heady One doing that thing with AJ and like it was like zooming into loads of different shit, and I seen that, but that was about it really. I don't even know who's won what.
Yeah. Well, I know. I don't really know if any of the artists won anything. I think Jay Huss might have won something. I think he did. I don't know. But as I said, I didn't catch it all. But yeah, everyone was raving over Heady saying that apparently his was the best performance and all that. But you see, like how apparently everyone was saying that it was just like key workers that were there. Apparently so. Like the whole crowd was just like full of key workers. I think it was 4,000 of them, which is bollocks, because I saw bare industry people on my Snapchat, just all putting videos on at the Brits. And I'm thinking it just definitely wasn't just industry people, was it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's good that NHS people are there and that, you know, like key workers and shit for like a reward, isn't it? But obviously, there's going to be figures like that for the music industry there as well. If it's like a music-based event.
Yeah, but there's some people there that I saw thinking, how the fuck have you got a ticket to the Brits? Do you know what I mean?
Do you want to out anyone?
No, not really. No. But yeah.
But yeah, Brits, man. I didn't even know. Honestly, I didn't even know they were going on. To be fair, I just needed Heady One thing. But big up Heady One.
Yeah,
killed this thing.
Yeah, big up Heady One. He's sick.
Killed it, bro.
Steady. He's sick. But as well, like while we're talking music, one thing, that I wanted to ask you, which I think I was deep in it. Do you think that Fire in the Booths? Do you think that they still have the same levels and the same weight in which they used to? Because back in the day, if you had a Fire in the Booth, like that was like the creme de la creme, the Champions League. That's like everyone wanted to get a Fire in the Booth. That was make or break for your career. We've seen some mad artists that come through in there, like obviously some legendary ones like the Bugsy Malone one that made his career, Dave's one, unreal, Misted one, made him. Like all these, so many massive artists that started on. They worked their way up from all the freestyle channels, from the SBTVs all the way up to Fire in the Booth. And obviously now, I feel like it's just, everyone's got one. It doesn't have that same special feeling anymore, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right there. I think back in the day, a Fire in the Booth was like, almost like the pinnacle, weren't it? You could, and that like, dropping a Fire in the Booth then put you out to the world. But nowadays, I think artists can get big. Like, a lot of artists depended on a Fire in the Booth, or they kept wanting to go for a Fire in the Booth. And a lot of artists probably still want to do that as well, like now, but you can get big without a Fire in the Booth now. When you watch a Fire in the Booth, it's not the same, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like on Beats One, obviously, like Charlie Sloth said, it's the biggest platform in the world, innit? Freestyle platform in the world. So it's still a big thing, innit? But it doesn't have the same grip. You don't like. I can remember watching Bugsy Malone's Part 1 or even Part 2. Just Bugsy Malone comes to end because he was like one of the best ones, one of my personal favourites. And it's just sick, man. And I don't think I've watched a Fire in the Booth that's really hit levels like that for a while now. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Everyone's got, you know, Part 2, Part 3. Some people have even got Part 4s now.
Like fucking gigs or
like
something like that. I got like Part 3. And
but I don't even think that, like, obviously, like Charlie Sloth is like a legend in the game, like he is, and him moving over to Apple was like such a sick move for him, and obviously for him on a personal level, like he's killing it. But like I don't even think that Charlie Sloth has the same pulling power and the same influence that he used to. I think there's other DJs out there looking at people like Snoochie Shy, looking at like Tiffany Calver, all these people now, that I think they've still got, even Kenny Allstar.
Kenny Allstar is one of the ones who's probably come up now, hasn't he? Especially the last few years.
Like even people like that, like I think they have more pulling power than what Charlie Sloth has nowadays, because I think he just...
I don't know, I think Charlie Sloth's still pretty big, like, I reckon he's still big in the game, but...
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like...
He's put out his bangers now, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the big artists have already been with Charlie Sloth, innit? Like, it's an upcoming thing.
I think that... Obviously, I think that what he did was, though, like, using Fire in the Booth, especially moving over to Apple, which I presume that, like, it probably wasn't his... Maybe it was his choice to get some of the people on there, and I'm saying it is sick. The fact that obviously like Juice WRLD had one, rest his soul. Obviously the same as Pop Smoke, rest in peace. Like these guys have had them. They've had Fire in the Booth, but the culture of Fire in the Booth came off the back of like guys predominantly from London and the UK coming off the streets and like just spitting the best lyric they can possibly think of to sort of like change their lives. Whereas now it's sort of changed, and he's only bringing on artists now that are like, don't necessarily have a buzz about them. Yeah, they're more along the lines of they're already at the top of the game, sort of thing.
Either that or like it's. I mean, he still has good artists on, doesn't he? Obviously, but like you see back in the day when he did like people like K Coke and stuff like. Yeah, exactly. His Fire in the Booth's got like millions of views, and it's like one of the best ones in it. And that's like mainly when I think of K Coke, that's what I think of, like when he's Fire in the Booth. Yeah. But certain artists nowadays. I don't think anyone that big, like I was saying before, all the big artists have probably already done them with him. But like, if you look at other artists, they don't need that Fire in the Booth now to get big.
Exactly, yeah.
It's not got that, like you said, it hasn't got that pulling power. Charlie Sloth himself might, but the Fire in the Booth itself doesn't have that much pulling power.
I don't think it has that same buzz that it used to have. I think like, even I think the likes of like when like the new Tion Wayne and Rush tune, even though I really don't rate it, even like, but like we say, we saw H do it when he jumped on his remix of it when he did the Keisha Becky one, and now that RD's done the same thing, and that's just blown up on. It's on TikTok now, predominantly, innit?
Massive, innit?
Like, and to be fair, like I can't say I'm his biggest fan, but I can understand why it's blown the way it has done. Yeah. And obviously that tune was at #1 for 4 weeks, I think that one.
I think it might still be now.
No, it was. I was listening to it
because I seen loads of things about it, like people tweeting like artists and stuff saying a drill song is at #1 for. Like however weeks it is, like, and they said drill would never last in the community, and it is meant. To be fair, I don't really Russ, like, and even like I don't really listen to that track, that specific track, but like I see it on Snapchats and I see it on Insta and stuff, and it does bang. To be fair, like it actually is a bit of an head bopper, so I can see why it's #1, but. It just shows a change in culture as well, like the fact that a drill track is actually #1.
Yeah, that's
so
it.
Long.
And but the way that they've been able to like, obviously, change a drill tune, which was predominantly like, when you think back to drill, what it used to be when it was like 6/7 and like even like section to a certain extent when they weren't doing the more trappy stuff. Like
I think they've done good with getting the features as well. Like you said, the last one that they did with getting H on it and that, and now they've got RD. Like the remix of that.
It's
called Body.
It's genius from them two though.
Bro, they've got like American guys on it as well, like you know what I mean, on that track, and it's loads of different people just spitting a verse, and it actually is mint. So fair play to them. Can't knock the hustle.
But it's like as I say, it's crazy how like what drill used to be and what drill stemmed from, obviously from that the Chicago sound, and obviously it was like drill was so like just grease when it was just streets. It was just everything about it was just like. Coming up from nothing, just these guys that were just like spitting about like the
life that they live,
like products to their environment sort of thing. And now like if you look at like even when H did it, he doesn't spit about anything like that, but and so does neither does RD. And like
mate, all H and RD spit about is shagging birds and like having a good time.
And they're cheeky about it as well.
Because they're cheeky about it, because they can't spit about stuff like that because they're not really on it like that. But they've got another way where they can just spit about shit that they probably can relate to, even though before time they probably weren't shagging every single bird in the world, but now they can just spit about it and it just goes well, doesn't it?
I read a thing on Twitter where people were saying that RD was like an industry plug, something like that. I think that's what the term is. Where like, I don't agree with it personally, but like lots of people like sort of like saying that someone's like, a label have seen RD and like taking him monetised him and just got bare machines playing his tunes and stuff just to sort of like blow him up because he's so marketable.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with it because I think the power of like, I'd say that tune blew up and it's done its thing on TikTok anyway. It would have found its way to TikTok in one way or another. There's bare tunes on TikTok. Do you know what I mean? That just happened to be one that people gravitated to. So I think it's unfair to call him that.
He did that other track, didn't he? Was it 6 AM in Brighton, I think it was called?
Yeah,
like a freestyle, he's walking down the beach and that, and he got like 1 million views on that, and then he jumped on that remix and he got another 1 million views on the remix, so he, over like a month, he like fucking shot up.
Do you remember when Lytech came on, he went, yeah, I've got some things coming with this Brighton MC called Addy, have you heard of him? And I was like, nah.
That was him, yeah. You're mad that, fair play, big up Lytech, fair play mate, fair play.
Credit where it's due sort of thing.
Yeah, innit?
But,
I don't even know.
But yeah, fucking, Fire in the Booths and that and whatnot, like, I'm not too sure, like, I mean, I listened to one the other day, like, I think Ocean Wisdom did one and I enjoyed it, but I was like, even like the whole, like, production side of it, I understand that things like that have to grow and have to level up and like the production, obviously over time you're going to make it better, but I missed like the sort of like grungy look that it used to have on One Extra, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
And it just made it more authentic and more raw.
Now it's like too professional, innit? Like too clean and stuff.
And even Charlie Sloth even says on the Ocean Wisdom one that I just watched the other day, he was just basically saying, yeah, that was one take. I asked him if he wanted to warm up. Well, why would you admit that? Do you know what I mean? Like the authenticity of going to like a radio set or whatever. That's the feel that it used to have, where people would just rock up. They would have practice and try and just spat the best verse in one go.
See, I don't get that, I can remember when, again on Bugsy's when he did that, and it was like the whole thing was one take, and Charlie Sloth shouting it and that. So then, if he doesn't shout that for every other artist, that means it weren't one take then. If it's not a decent one. So every other artist like fucks up and then does it a couple of times or something. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, it kind of, like,
it takes
it
away.
Shit, innit?
Yeah, it takes it away from it.
Not as authentic, is it?
And I mean? But then again, they've probably had to up the levels of it because it's on Apple Music now as well.
Yeah, of course.
And Apple weren't going to settle for having it being shit with it.
No.
Well, not shit, but they'd want it to be.
They want it to be the best it could be, innit?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, I'd say I still rate Charlie Sloth. Still changed the game, hasn't he? Really, with Fire in the Booth.
It's still. I don't know if he's still innovating though in the way that he was in that way. I think he's just sort of like found what he's just lived off what he's. Do you know what I mean? Like Tim Westwood's not really doing much these days.
Just DJ.
You know what I mean? Like they've
club appearances and shit.
Exactly.
Obviously when shit's not in COVID and that.
Yeah. Like, but there's so many like sick like DJs now that are coming through that are younger and that are like fully like taking it just to like a different level.
Trust me, mate. There's loads of people nowadays. Actually, is. But it's mad.
I rate a guy at Capital that I know called Robert Bruce. He's doing his thing.
He's
Bruce. Sick. Yeah. If you don't know him, check him out. He's sick.
I've not seen him before. Might check him out.
He does all the homegrown stuff on Capital Extra and stuff. Interviews basic artists and all that. Yeah, he was sick.
Thanks.
Well, yeah.
Pick up my guy.
And as well, one thing that I mentioned to you that we was going to speak about last week. I've been listening to like a lot of. I've been listening to him often anyway. But Dave, yeah. And obviously we all know Dave for who he is and why he's so sick and why he's so talented and everything. No one, if you don't even listen to rap, you know who Dave is.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, what do you think is his best verse? It could be on his own tune, it could be on a feature, it could be on anything because there's so much sick verses. I listened to Peligro with Gigs.
Oh yeah.
I listened to that verse yet and I forgot that tune even existed.
Well, do you know what? Yeah, so did I until you just said it, and that's so different. When that come out, just even the beat, it's so subtle, isn't it? But nice, that's unreal.
That's different, mate. I remember because I had Gigs just on shuffle when I was in the gym, and that tune came on, and I was like, oh shit, I actually forgot this tune existed. And obviously Gigs is sick on it, yeah, like he is on every tune. But mate, Dave bodied it, and he's that verse, yeah, is so sick.
Man,
was like do it like
I'm thinking about
Ralph Lauren. That's too long sticks in a blacked out polo. Oof, that is fucking cold.
He's mint in it. It actually is.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking of verses. Yeah. So one that comes to my mind is Mostak's "Stinking Rich," and then Dave's verse on that. Yeah, is so good. What does he say on it now? He's got a couple of mint one-liners on it, but that's like more upbeat and it's mint.
But if you're doing it like that, yeah, if you're gonna put them against each other like that, if you're gonna battle that verse, I'd put that one against the Samantha tune.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Do you not rate that one?
Nah, Samantha I don't really like that much, me.
I think his verse on it though is sick. Like, he's,
Bought my girl a purse and now they want to pursue me. I think that's pretty good, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like, genius shit like that.
yeah, he's sick.
There's that one and there's another one that he's done. Even like, but the thing is, he's so good in it, but he can do like any time. So even when he done Question Time, and it's like a proper deep one about like fucking politics and parliament and shit like that, and it's like actually is still good.
That one he did. How I Met My Ex. What is it? Something like we had a spark, like we were something like sparking spliffs or something like that. That bar, that was sick. That like, there's so many sick ones. Like even the one, like I put the tune that he did with Tef on Call of Duty 3. That one's sick,
bro. That reminds me about that song, yeah. So I've been listening to that for time, innit? And if you listen to it recently on Apple Music, it's changed.
What, have they remastered it?
Yeah, it's remastered. Like the intro's different. It's like a little, like a keyboard or piano playing at the start and it goes all the way through. It's like completely different.
We might have had trouble with the sample clearance or something.
Something must have happened, yeah, because it 100% has changed. I was listening to it one day and I was like, what the fucking hell's this?
It's different.
Yeah, 100% different. Something's changed about it. I haven't looked into it, but I meant to say it to you.
You still listen to his old stuff?
Dave,
Like Jacqueline Hyde and like his Black
bro,
Box.
do you know what it is?
Jacqueline
Black
Hyde
Box,
is,
yeah?
His Black Box is
His Black Box. Armani's clean, the vision's never cloudy, so know what I'm on, Claire.
Yeah. Mate, I will put it out there, yeah.
That's genius.
I'll make a statement now, yeah. I would probably put that freestyle down, yeah, as my favourite ever UK freestyle. That Black Box one, yeah, where he's, oh mate,
he's got the Gucci scarf on, the LV scarf, and he's got the hat, but it might be Gucci hat as well. Ah, it's sick.
I would probably put that down, yeah. Seriously, when you say that, I cannot think, for me personally, of a freestyle that tops that.
So
I remember
good.
listening to that for the first time, yeah, and it grips you every single time because of just the
beat
stuff
as
he's
well.
talking about as well.
Personal, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Talking about his brother, innit, being arrested,
he's
like
going in as well, innit?
Yeah, he's sick.
Going in big time.
The thing that makes me laugh about that tune is, yeah, that like the way that he fully captivates the entire room, yeah, when he's spitting it, and everyone's just zoned in. And at the end of it, yeah, he passes the mic to that next guy, and that next guy is like. Shut, but yeah, that verse, that entire lyric is like, it's crazy. And the mad thing is, the guy was like 16.
Yeah, that's what I mean, bro. He's a kid, innit?
Was it like an under 18 cipher or something?
I don't think it was under 18 side. Oh, I don't know actually. It might have been, you know. It was a long time ago as well, wasn't it?
But even when he did his SBTV one, do you remember that? Because I think that was his first. I think that was his first freestyle. Because I think he linked up with like Jamal Edwards or something.
Bro, do you know, Black Box, yeah, is like a mad platform.
Yeah,
do they still do Black
yeah,
Box?
if you don't know about Black Box yet, anyone can do a Black Box. I think you just pay. I think you just contact them and you pay them.
Do you remember? Hey, that's mad. That. So do you remember we went to We Are Festival?
I know exactly what you just said.
Which coincidentally was 2 years today, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
2 years today we went to We Are Festival, and we see Bugsy Malone, didn't we? On one of the things. And if you have us on, well, you won't be able to see it now anyway. But I think we've all put it on our Snapchat stories, isn't it? So if you got us on Snapchat, have a look. But it's gonna be fucking Sunday when you see this anyway. But if you see it on our Snapchat story, we're watching Bugsy Malone.
I'll send the videos there.
I feel like rain to the touch, yeah, my niggas are blue. I heard when my mom fell off the bike, wrapped around the tree. Couple of the man, them are dead now, so it's still hashtag RIP.
Boom. And after Bugsy performed, we went backstage, we seen him, we're like, oh, let's get a picture of you, mate. And this young Scouse lad come in.
Did he follow you?
He did, he might have unfollowed me, you know. What was he called now?
PC.
PC, that's it.
Big up PC.
Big up PC, yeah. Yeah. So we're getting a picture, me and Jack with Bugsy Malone, and this little kid, yeah, we're like, buzzing, this little kid goes, oh, he's like, can I get in this picture, lads? And we're like, Bugsy Malone's like, yeah, bro, come, like that. Stood there, he's on the end like that, yeah. And when I uploaded it on Instagram, I cropped him out in it, and he was like, send me this. And he's saying he's an artist and that, and he's called PC, it's Peacey, I think.
Check out his fucking Black Box anyway.
Check out his Black Box, yeah.
We're not co-signing it.
I swear, yeah.
We're not co-signing
Bro,
it.
I swear, yeah. On his Black Box, funny you've got him as well. He's on crutches. He's doing a Black Box and he's on crutches. Oh, what's some of his bars? What's he saying?
It's something like, what is it?
R.I.P. Everybody. Oh, you need to see it. I don't want to say Webb's put it here because
That's a bit peak, but
I mean,
if you're that bothered, yeah, it's
nah. Do you know what? Yeah, if you want to laugh, Webb's. It's here. Boom. PC. Right,
It's not exactly going to come from it, is it? Let's be honest.
He's unformed anyway, the little snake, I think. Anyway, but
Too famous for you.
Yeah,
probably
sure.
is. He had like 12 views on it as well.
One view.
But,
I was gonna say one, but I thought a bit.
yeah, but nah. But if you think about it, yeah, like even though like anyone can do a black box, yeah, like anyone can. I don't know how it works, but I think you just like
Yeah.
contact the relevant people, and then you book a slot, and you pay a fee or whatever, and then you rock up, and then you perform your lyric or whatever.
Mm.
But as I say, like even though like as I say anyone can do it, there has been some mad ones like for me like the ones that I think of that remind me like of the black box is obviously Dave and obviously Berners as well.
Yeah, Berners
I mean,
black box.
Berners
Heavy.
black box was fucking silly,
Heavy.
but I mean he's not really like lived up to the same expectations as what Dave's done.
I mean, it's tough to compare to Dave.
I know, but off the
anybody.
off the levels of that black box, like off the basis of
Sure,
that, it's not really.
Yeah, I agree. No, that is true. I mean, some artists go big off the freestyles, innit? Like, there's loads of people, like, a lot of artists as well, not even just, they'll jump on cyphers and stuff, and they get big off that. Like, I remember seeing AJ Tracy the first time I listened to it, I think I mentioned it the other day on a cypher. And sometimes you can just see an artist on there and you just realise how good they are, and then you can just listen into them, innit? Sometimes they can just give them a big break or something.
Did you meet AJ Tracy?
Did I meet him?
Yeah.
I've met AJ, yeah.
I've met him.
No, I didn't meet him either.
I met him a couple of times.
Met him elsewhere though, me, and I've seen him as well a few times, bro.
Yeah, I think I've seen.
I was having a shit when you went and met him.
Shit, remember that? I know, that was mad. That's
Yeah,
good.
dude, you come running back like, I met AJ.
Sure,
Yeah.
lad.
You only mentioned it.
You come out with Pugh ass running down the street.
I slapped him with my puri hand.
Right.
Yeah, should probably have that out.
No.
Keep it in, who gives a shit.
But now that this bare thingy though, like AJ Tracy used to be, well, I still say me wrong.
AJ used to be mint.
Like it's like his MTP ones on a finger. Have you seen that one where he's
Give
in
me
that?
grime sets of MTP. Wow.
Have you seen that one? Seen that one where he the one with Murky Ace and that when he hops
Big
on.
Zoo.
Yeah.
That's
Is it the Grime Show or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. That's mint. That Murky Ace is mint as well.
Yeah, Murky Ace.
Big up
sends it
Murky
in.
Ace.
You know, X has stopped spitting and doesn't rap anymore.
ETS, yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Plays Xbox.
He just plays Xbox and smokes weed.
You got him as a mate on Xbox, haven't you?
Nah, slapped my FIFA though. I messaged him and I was like, obviously fuck champs in it. Like,
Big slips.
I was like, rate music, but obviously I did. I told me he was like, should have let me win, bro. Next time.
Don't know who X is, it's a grime MC who used to spit bars of AJ Tracy. back in the
ETS,
day, but yeah, Peg slapped him on FIFA, big up Peg.
Big up Peg, big up production staff Peg on the crutches, boom.
But yeah man, what else is new like in terms of life and anything cool happened to you?
Lambo currency.
Oh yeah, Lambo. Well, that's shut off, innit? I don't know what's going to be happening with that at the moment. By the time this releases, innit? But
All I'm gonna say is I missed the
Bitcoin.
fucking boat.
well, yeah, I think we are. Obviously, we have a bit of dough in it, but nothing mad.
I'm not gonna put it in.
Some people got silly money off it, haven't they? Which is crazy. But I don't know anything about Bitcoin. Me, not as
Yeah,
much.
nothing. I don't know anything about crypto or anything like that at all.
Mm.
I mean, don't get me wrong. As each day passes, like, and especially after the back of this Lambo thing, like, it does make you realise that maybe you should start looking into it. But like, I've like I said though, like before off camera, like, yeah, maybe we should obviously do a bit of research about it, of course, because effectively it is gambling at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? Well done, Will. Will's not the light over.
Sorry. Fuck's sake.
You're gonna have to like slip.
Bro, I didn't even know it was that close to me then.
You see how like the crevices slip into each other.
Sorry, guys. Put a beer in it.
Put it back where it was. Was it there?
Is it there?
Keep
No,
it
bit-
where-
Production staff.
Next to
Sit
the
down.
road.
Wait, hold on, wait. Who put that wire there? That's why.
I mean, you watched yourself walk over it.
I
and still managed to
bro,
get it.
I didn't even see it, honestly. I was too busy looking at the beer.
Like crypto portfolios, yeah, and cryptocurrencies. There's a guy who I work with, and he's mad for it, and he's been telling me like, just put in what you can afford, like put in anything. Like he's recommended obviously like Bitcoin and Ethereum.
And Bitcoin's like the biggest one, isn't it? Obviously.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Bitcoin. I swear, fucking Tesla put like $1 billion into Bitcoin.
Well, you could pay with shit in Bitcoin. You told me that before.
You can buy jackets of my work now using.
Nah, you used to be able to buy
You buy
shit from
Teslas
Tesla.
with Bitcoin.
No,
Yeah,
you can't anymore now.
Can you not?
No.
Why did they pull out?
Yeah, that's why the stock of Bitcoin.
But
shot
everything's on like the decline. Like I listened to a pod this morning actually, that Chucky when he was talking about it, and like they're novices as well. But like Savage Dan, legend, apparently used math for it, and he was basically like explaining how like every single thing is like on the decline. Like even his like little stocks in fucking Airbnb and that, and all of his things on like trading 212 and all that. All of his stocks are like currently like on the decline. It's a game. It's literally a game's a game. Like I genuinely don't believe that like there's any. I genuinely believe that people are going in there. Obviously, they're seeing the money that people are making and how much money is being pumped into it. But at the end of the day, it's ran by rich people who have got enough power to manipulate the markets to make people drop out, put in.
Yeah,
Like if Elon Musk tweeted today, I like fucking pink cats. There'd be like a pink cat coin, and people would be pumping fucking millions into this random coin. Do you know what I mean? That's how it works.
Pink pussy.
And then they'll fucking
Pussycats in it.
yeah.
Sorry.
And then they'll fucking in this coin will be made, and he'll buy $1 billion worth of this coin at a super cheap price. The value of it will rocket. He'll cash it all out.
Imagine
Once he's
being
cashed
Elon
all his dough
Musk,
out, he'll just fuck everyone off.
He's got silly guap in money, Elon Musk. He's
Yeah.
the guy who invented Tesla.
Yeah.
I seen Jordan McCann
Works with NASA as well.
fucking doing a video on like his laptop, and it was Elon Musk speaking. He was like, the only guy I listen to. Elon Musk. Joke, man, big up Jordan.
But yeah, I don't know. Like obviously this Lambo, whatever, like everyone's going mad for it at the minute. Like we've had friends that have put like 100 quid into it, and they're like they're turning over like $5,000 now, which is fucking crazy, isn't it?
Some lads are fucking cashing out with 30 grand.
Yeah.
One lad's got 90 grand.
Apparently that's what you call a pump and dump.
Yeah.
Apparently you pump your cash into it, you get a big return, and then you fuck it all off.
Yeah, don't blame
That's
him.
what I mean. That's what the guy at work told me today. Like for things like that Lambo coin for like a quick win,
Yeah.
that's great. But I think like the future sits in like Bitcoin and whatever it's called, Ethereum or whatever. So I think if I'm going to start like building a crypto portfolio, I'm going to start with those two. I think just off the basis of like they're the ones that have been around the longest. They're the most like sort of reliable, if you will. Like one Bitcoin's worth like 27 grand. Do you know what I mean?
I seen a thing the other day. Some guy bought two Bitcoin and he bought pizza with it.
Yeah, he bought 2 pizzas.
And now he's got nothing, and he said like, oh, I've got no regrets.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was worth it. It was worth like 2.8 billion or something like that. And he's like, yeah, I got no regrets doing nice pizzas.
I saw a thing on Twitter. Yeah, there was a guy.
Sad cunt.
It was like on Twitter, obviously, like he put 2 pictures together and he swipe over to each one.
Yeah.
And there's like something like, I think it's like that page like, you see that page like guys celebrating their W's. Or
Oh
something
yeah,
like that.
that's right.
And it's something like this guy like 8 years ago, like on YouTube.
Oh,
and it's underlines it. And it says buy Bitcoin now.
Yeah.
8 years ago, like that. And then he swipes another picture, and he's like on my private yacht with talking crypto.
Yeah.
Fucking
Mad
thanks to Bitcoin, blah blah blah.
Crazy,
innit?
Crazy, but that's what I mean. Like, kids fucking bought Bitcoin years ago, like, and not thought anything of it, and they can just be sat on millions. Like, some guy bought Bitcoin on like his old computer, and like,
Didn't
he
realise.
lost. Yeah, like his old computer was lost, or he didn't have his password to his account or something like that, and he had like.
And that Logan Paul, like Jake
sweat.
Paul or something like that.
Oh, I don't know, fuck knows. I don't think of any of them.
Forgot his password and just can't log in, can't
So
get it out.
a guy bought like 20 Bitcoin with like his last bit of money. He's like from some American guy, and he could have had Wedge, and he fucking doesn't know his password or some shit like that.
You must be able to, yeah. Have you seen that? Apparently, KSI, he's like apparently mad for it now. He's made like I saw like a Twitter account that he made of like crypto, and he's flipped £1 million and turned it into like 5 million from crypto.
Shit.
Obviously, we don't want £1 million to play around with, do we? But like,
Fuck it now.
yeah. So
Sick,
like, I don't know. Like, it does seem like the way forward, but at the same time, it's like. I don't see where.
Bro, if you
where
think
it's
about
going.
it, yeah, what the fuck is crypto, man? Like,
Oh,
you just buy it, yeah. Like, and then you just got what? You've
It's
got
a
nothing
currency,
in it.
it's
Just,
like-
it's invisible currency. It's
bit-
electronic currency.
A
innit?
Bitcoin is the same as a pound, effectively. It doesn't. They're not of the same value, but it's a currency. So, and obviously I don't know. You know how the value of the pound goes up and down or whatever. I think it works the same. I'm not a fucking expert. I'm sort of like.
We need someone who knows shit about.
You know what?
Bitcoin to come on here. That'd be
That's
good
a
shit.
fat shout, you know. If any like Bitcoin or cryptocurrency like experts want to come in here, yeah, and give everyone a lesson and speak to everyone about it, yeah.
Innit? Let us know.
You know what? You actually might know someone, you know.
Any of you man tweeting about getting dough on Bitcoin and that, like you big time, DM me in it, and obviously you can come on. Boom, sorry.
You know what? Yeah. There's,
You know who you are.
I think there's a guy, the guy at my work who was telling me about Bitcoin. He's got a mate who's like a semi-expert on it. So I might see if we can get him on.
Get him on, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, if I make dough, then we can just chat to me.
Yeah, and that's to be fair. I think it's one of them ones. It's like as I keep saying, the lad at my work. As I say, he's got money in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and like I say to him like, oh. He said he'll be like, oh, I'm on X amount now, and I'll be like, well, okay, like, you're not going to take it out. He says, no, I'm just going to leave it. He's leaving it in there for years. He's just going to sit there and leave it. He says, if it dips, I'm not going to take it out. If it rises, I'm not going to take it out. I'm just going to keep it there and just keep riding the waves. And eventually, in so many years' time, like, it will be worth dough.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed. I hope everyone who invests gets big guap.
Yeah, no, but I do think that'll be a very interesting episode if someone could talk to us about cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
If that's something you'd like to see, leave a thumbs up in the comments. No, leave a thumbs up and a pound sign.
Yeah, leave your favourite currency.
Pound sterling, mate.
No comments because no one knows what to comment.
Right, but one thing as well that I do want to mention, yeah, because I think it would be very ignorant if we didn't mention it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go too into it. I don't want to offend anyone. I don't really know. Like, I do know what's going on, on a very, very light basis. But like the shit that's going on in Palestine, I don't really know what. All I know is that like bare people are dying for not a legitimate enough reason. Like I don't really know what's going on.
Terrorism, that.
It looks fucked.
So I'm not going to say anything yet, but me and my brother will talk about it, yeah, and he knows more shit than me. And I don't think I should say anything because I don't know the specifics in it.
Yeah,
But like
it's
basically, it's like, is it Israelis are in Palestine now, and they're like taking the land. They've just been given it, something like that, and like obviously the Palestinians and that like can't do anything like, and they haven't fuck all to do. They told me like they bombed like the main journalism building, which was like one of the only places like they could let news out, and like so now they're in the dark and that. They signed a peace treaty a few days ago, maybe last week. They signed some sort of treaty to say it'd stop, and then it's just carried on. Mad, ain't it? Actually is, but it's fucked up, bro. Like,
Right, okay, so there's been 100 years, like, according to BBC News, this is the article I'm reading from right now, so it's here. So don't quote me, it's coming from this. Bear in mind, this was published on the 14th of May 2019. So, there's been a 100-year-old issue between, apparently Britain took control of the area known as Palestine after a ruler of that part of the Middle East, the Ottoman Empire, was defeated in World War I. The land was inhabited by a Jewish minority and an Arab minority. Tensions between these two groups of people when the international community gave Britain the task of establishing a national home in Palestine for Jewish people. For Jews, it was their ancestral home, but for Palestinian Arabs, also claimed the land was theirs and opposed the move. So it looks like they're arguing, like battling over a land. One group of people think it's theirs, the other think it's theirs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know, mate.
So by the sound of it, like, yeah, what's happening in Palestine? I don't know, but
It's a deep one, isn't it?
it's probably
It's
even,
techie.
we can't go into it too much without knowing the facts of it. But
All I would say is pray for Palestine.
yeah, 100%. I know, like, it doesn't matter what's going on in the world, Jen. There's never ever a good enough excuse
To bomb
like,
someone.
for children. It's to bomb someone, yeah, of course,
Kids
but
and
for
that.
children to be like massacred in cold blood, like
Fucking
women and children being killed for no reason, like It's just not on, is it?
That could be another good thing as well if people want to see that. Maybe someone who knows stuff about the issue.
I mean, yeah, but I think that
it's a bit. That's like a full episode. It's a bit political.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
We don't really take much of a political stance on Boxed Off. I don't think.
We don't want to offend anyone, you know.
And that's what it is. We just want vibes.
We're Switzerland. Do you know what I mean? We're very neutral.
We're Switzerland.
But the thing is, I think that yeah. But I think if we was to speak about the issues going on over there, I think it's very much a two-sided story though at the same time.
Yeah.
Which again, I don't want to offend anyone. No. I don't know what the two sides are specifically.
We'll just talk about music in it, but obviously,
yeah.
Big up Palestine, free Palestine, and that. Hope everything goes good for them, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Fingers crossed soon. Fingers crossed. Well, we are right. So last week, what we were actually meant to talk about, which I dropped on the Insta story, saying who do you think the best artist, UK rap artist is? Alright.
Yep.
So.
We've got a few good answers, to be fair. We've got a decent variety of answers from people.
I'm going to fire some answers off that people said. So the first one I got was Meeks Manny from someone round here, so fair enough, big up Meeks. Pot Paper, Dave, Getz, Akala, Loki, or Dave. Pot Paper, someone said you is the best, meaning me. Dave, Chip, Nines, Potter. Someone commented Dills43. This lad commented.
Was that sarcastic?
No, I don't think it was. I actually searched up Dills43 and he's a rapper, but he doesn't have a lot of views. He's very low key. Not bad though, to be fair. But I don't think he's the best in the UK. So thanks for sending that in, mate. But it's not him. Nines, Potter Paper, or Millions. Dave easily. So who would you say the best UK rap artist is?
For me, I'm going to say Pot Paper.
Ooh.
I can't believe you didn't mention J Horse.
Hey mate, you could have said J-House, couldn't you? You reply to the story though.
Didn't see it, lad.
Snake.
And the only reason I'm saying Pot Paper is because of two reasons. One, his latest fucking mixtape, Training Day 3, was pretty much written in prison with no fucking music attached to it. It was just all random notes written on random pieces of paper.
Big up Training Day 3, bad. Send it in.
And secondly, yeah, I've heard through the grapevine, obviously I don't know every single big rapper in the world, but I genuinely believe that, well, in the UK, that Pot Paper is your favourite rapper's favourite rapper.
Yeah. That is probably true, to be fair, isn't it?
You know, everyone rates Pot Paper.
He's got the big street cred on it.
Yeah, exactly. Like he can, and the use of samples that he uses, like he sampled like things like Ellie Goulding tunes in his latest project. Obviously, like the Drake one with Purpose. Like his use of samples and everything that he does, like the context that he writes with, like the pain that he puts into his lyrics, like. He's different, but he is very, very closely followed by Dave for me.
So I will give you, I wrote some down in it of people who I think are the best. So Skepta, obviously UK, I mean maybe not as much. J-Hus, Dave, Pot Paper, D-Block, I think D-Block in the UK pretty big. Nines, Meeks, Millions now, Heady One. Digger D, I think is pretty much up there. And even H. I think H for some of the UK may think is the best. For me, I think just looking, I look through all them ones that I picked there, and I think the best one for me is probably going to be Nines. Just because if you look at the decade of music that Nines has released, do you know what I mean? His albums just fucking mint. Do you know what I mean? They actually are. You can't deny the consistency and how good they've all been. So Nines UK wise, I think is at least top 3.
It's a tough battle though if you put Nines' catalogue against Pot Paper's catalogue. It's a tough battle.
I don't know because crabs in a bucket, crop circle,
1 foot in,
1 foot in, 1 foot out. Them 4 there. Can you pick another artist who's got 4 better albums than that, back to back to back to back? I don't know.
Getz.
Nah, I don't think so. I didn't mention Getz because for me Getz is mint on freestyles. I love freestyle Getz, but sometimes on tracks for me is a bit Stormzy like almost on some things.
Do you think?
I respect Getz massively, but straight up, not the top for me.
Gets' catalogue is different in my opinion.
I think you can't compare, like I say, with Nines' work rate, just the last 4 albums, that is. I can't even think of his other one.
I'm trying to think who there is off the top of my head.
But realistically,
mad catalogue.
I mean, Skepta's albums are fucking mint.
Yeah, Skepta's are sick.
J.Us has got Common Sense and Thingy, the other one, which is mint. But again, 4 albums straight up there, they've all got bangers. Like Crop Circle's a fucking joke, man. When that come out, it was fucking silly.
Yeah. I think
even Crabs in a Bucket was silly. So that's why I would go for him. But if I think right now, some of the hottest rappers in the UK, I'm listening to a lot of K-Trap at the moment.
Yeah, K-Trap.
K-Trap dropped singles and they're mad. Digga D, mad.
Gigs though.
Gigs is a good shout. I didn't even say Gigs. You're right.
Like
Gigs is a
Gigs isn't everyone's cup of tea though, which I can understand. But like for me, like even when Gigs talk shit, it just sounds sick.
Just his voice in it.
It just sounds his delivery. No one can do a Gigs, and the reason why I think that the things that make Gigs so special is because only Gigs can do a Gigs. If you try to copy Gigs, you can just tell that he's copying him. You know what I mean?
D-double-E.
D-double-E is... I listened to D-double on the way home yesterday. I listened to his Jackham FM, and it is sick. Blue. But yeah, it's absolutely sick. Like,
no one gets it. Anyone going when he just goes, ooh.
Yeah, like...
He's like,
I mean, yeah, D-double-E is probably like... Is definitely in the conversation for best ever grime MC.
D-double?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he is.
He's definitely in the conversation, 100%.
Definitely.
100%.
It is a tough ask, isn't it? Picking your favourite, like narrowing it down to one. But
yeah. I mean, yeah, I think you're probably right when you say Nines in terms of like his catalogue, his history.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to go against. Everyone likes Nines.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody doesn't not like Nines.
Yeah, I mean that for me, like on that latest album, the one that went number one, I'm waiting in Match Fit. That the one with Tiggs the Author, NIC, that is absolutely different gravy, my friend. Bro, it's fucking sick.
Bro, the guy's a beast.
The way I listen to albums though, yeah, I listen to a lot of albums as if I'm gonna listen to them and imagine what they'd be like at the live show. Which is why I think it gives it gives music a different dynamic, in my opinion. Like, again, like I say, if I listen to like the latest Potter mixtape, like the first bar that he comes out with, like on that mixtape, is like, firstly, please excuse me for my absence. Yeah. And you just imagine him bopping out on stage like an absolute fucking G. Do you know what I mean? And things like that. Like, and obviously, like, of course, Nines live show would be amazing, and yeah, of course. But like, I think it's maybe you need to take all these things into consideration. I personally believe that Potter would put on a better live show than Nines. Yeah, but I think but the thing is, yeah, you could look at even like H. I'm sure he might have an argument to put on a better live show than a lot of people.
That's why I said
just for the energy that would be there.
That's why I said him, because there's a fan base. Like, Nines probably isn't a live show guy. Anyways, you don't see a lot of Nines stuff. Potter Paper would be mint.
Yeah.
H is just, everyone loves H in it. Meeks is another big one as well, because for me, Meeks is different. It's a Manchester thing, but Meeks is fucking mint, mate. Actually, it's mint.
To be fair, yeah, we've seen D-Block Europe live before, and they were absolutely sick.
Yeah, D-Block are different as well, and D-Block have bangers. Another thing with D-Block is, as we spoke about before, I think it was on episode 1 actually. We spoke about D-Block's the work rate and how they bring out like 30 track projects, and a lot of the music is the same, but sometimes when they get it right, the bangers.
Yeah.
But it's a tough one, man. I would say as well, as we already know, but if you do get this far, comment who your favourite artist is.
Yeah, please let us know.
We are intrigued. If you didn't see the Insta story anyway, drop a comment, man. Yeah,
please let us know. But it's like, yeah, a lot of people talk about D-Block Europe, yeah, and they say that like, oh, young guys should definitely leave LB and all that.
No.
But he shouldn't know, because I watched a thing where young guys was talking about like his relationship with him or whatever, and of course, like, it's understandable to understand why people might think that Ads is better, and that because he's done some sick things on his own.
Which he probably is.
Yeah, which he probably is. But apparently, I listened to a thing where he basically said that like like things for like, I don't think it was Home Pussy, I think it was one of the earlier songs, but it was like, it said that Az was like, didn't want to go to the fucking video shoot, and LB was like, nah, we're going to this, and like, apparently like he's properly been the guy to drive him, and you know what I mean, apparently he's been like, always been the first foot forward in helping them grow sort of thing, trying to get them going, so I think that, and as well though, on the latest mixtape, like, I thought he was sick.
Yeah, bro, the thing is, even if they are together, like, this, on the mixtapes, they'll do tracks where it's just them. Like, they're not always doing the same tracks. You know what I mean? They mix it up, so it is a good mix of it, and then they'll obviously just both jump on a track, or someone will do the chorus and then someone else will do all the verses. Like, it works well. It gives you another, like, side to hear, doesn't it, I guess? So they should definitely stay as it is, 100%.
But it's just like, I just can't help but think that this D-Block sound just won't last forever. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think obviously they've got bangers, they've got huge bangers, and they always have had bangers, but like, I just don't think that, like, it's got much longevity to it in comparison to other styles of music. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but I do agree with you as well, because like I said, it is a lot repetitive, but it works for them. People like it. We haven't actually heard from D-Block in a while.
No, well, I mean, Young Guys are doing that Daily Duppy, isn't he, I think?
Yeah, he is, yeah. Sharing my story. When's that out? Is that out?
I think maybe that's today, you know. It might be today or tomorrow.
That'll be
Heady Wonders did one as well.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Have you watched it?
Yeah, no, not, you know. But I think, as I said, particularly back to before, I think Daily Duppies have got more power than the Fire and Beatles these days.
You see the black and yellow screen, and you're like, fucking hell, it's going off there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sick.
Fucking every big artist got a Daily Duppy now, or they will be getting one soon.
Yeah.
And that's like a bigger thing. Like I say, it's...
But I think though, like, with a Daily Duppy, you have to be like, your lyrics have to be sick.
Yeah.
Because it's there in front of you.
You got
on the fucking screen.
Yeah, trust you got.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's got to be sick. It's got to be like tip top. Like, you can't go in there with a dead verse because you'll just get called out for it. Do you know what I mean?
Worst thing, innit?
Exactly.
Putting that be the worst thing. Imagine if you did like a proper shit Daily Duppy as well. Well, the thing is, even if you did a shit one, they just let you do it again and like redo it one.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Yeah, literally.
Unless you had deadbeat bars. Can't think of anyone who's had dead bars, but.
Piece it.
PC, PC.
Black box, aren't it? We've already bigged up PC. Well, mentioned him. Honestly, go check him out, guys, man.
But yeah, but now it feels good to be back again.
It does, mate. Well, we had a week off, didn't we? So
we're back for good now. Again, everything's working again. Hopefully nothing breaks this time.
yeah, hopefully it's all been
I mean,
good
how
this
long have we
time.
been going for? It's lasted longer than last time, hasn't it?
53, yeah.
53. So no, that's good though. But yeah, next week, I'm actually really interested in doing that Bitcoin episode. I think that'll be a sick episode.
If we can get someone else.
It's something a bit different in it, and it's a bit more interesting. It's one of them ones where you'll have to actually sit and listen, not just watch us chat shit like usual. But but nah, 100%. I'm up for it. Any Bitcoin lovers and experts out there,
give a thumbs up if you love Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You fucking love it, man. Nah, obviously, just DM me in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and thanks for all the love on the previous episode as well, because that popped off.
Yeah, big up Georgia for coming on.
Yeah, that absolutely popped off.
Showed a lot of love. Big up all the new followers we had when we fucking were out in town the other day, meeting the people. Big up all the Southerners and that. Big respect to all them, man.
I mean, a lot of people have, I think it's become like a thing now where the audience do like it when we talk about the girls and the love and all that stuff.
Well, I know a lot of people have said the one with Gib was our best episode because we have the female perspective.
Yeah.
Said we might.
Jess wants to come on.
What's that?
Jess wants to come on.
Does she? Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, we'll speak to Dave.
But what I was trying to say is that I know a lot of people think that we like to talk about, they like it when we talk about girls and relationships and dating and all that, but at the end of the day, we enjoy talking about it, but we might not want to talk about it every week, do you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
To be fair, we could do with a daily feature of female dosage, just to recap every couple of weeks to see,
see where we're at in our lives.
So we can keep us tied in, you know what I mean?
My love life's still dead, so
Get your new missus on here.
Hey?
I don't know. Whatever that is.
Don't have one,
Mr. Lower.
Isn't it, Mr. Lover?
Nah.
That's your trademark now. You should have Mr. Lover in your bio. I mean, I've removed it. But
Mr. Lover.
You that, Mr. Lover.
Yeah, I guess I'll take it.
Mate, on that note, we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, that's all good, man. But yeah, nice one for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Respect to all the people, yeah. Big up Mr. Lover Lover and Mr. DM me in it.
Invest in Bitcoin.
Jeez. Yeah, get on Lambo.
Yeah, get on that one. Safe.